Arsenal versus West Ham. Now, this could be a game that you look at and automatically assume that Arsenal are going to win just because of the performance we put in our last game against Liverpool. But football doesn't always work like that. And West Ham are a very good side. They're having a brilliant season. They currently sit 7th in the league. And they have stats that are better than teams above them. Manchester United, for example. West Ham have scored more goals than them, and they have a better goal difference. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Arsenal won't go there and win. Newsflash, an Arsenal fan is going to predict that Arsenal to beat West Ham. But it's not going to be as easy as just turning up and rolling them over. Now, I do think we will win comfortably in the end, but there's some reasons I will go through that will tell you why there is jeopardy in this game. This game will not be as easy, as us just turning up and putting 5 past them. We will have to dig in and go through some things in this game. But I do think, of course, Arsenal are more than capable of overcoming West Ham at their stadium. But like I said, there is jeopardy in this game. The midfield are going to have to be at maximum capacity to be able to deal with what West Ham are going to have to offer. West Ham's midfield is so combative that players like Jorginho and Declan Rice are going to have to be playing at 100% to have success in a game like this. And of course, there's the whole Declan Rice story going back to West Ham. But that's just another layer to add to this game. We already know West Ham have players that can hurt us. Look at their team. It's very, very good. James Ward-Prowse, Jared Bowen. We know what these players can do to Arsenal. We've seen it firsthand how good these players are. But that doesn't mean I'm not predicting Arsenal to go there and win. But the team we need to field in order to make this happen is David Raya in goal. And I know he made a mistake in the last game, but we can't now go switching the goalkeepers. David Raya in that game did make a mistake. Some people's opinion, it was Saliba's mistake. But in my opinion, it was David Raya. But I do still think he will go forward and keep continuing this improvement that he's currently got going on at Arsenal. He did look dodgy a few months ago, but in recent performances, he has looked a lot more assured between the sticks for Arsenal. So David Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Gabriel and Saliba the centre backs, and hopefully, Zinchenko. I mean, in an ideal world, Tomiyasu would be available for this game, and I would probably play Tomiyasu. But if there's no Tomiyasu and there's no Zinchenko, we will have to go with Kiwior, who at times does struggle in that position. But he has showed in a couple of his performances, like the one against Liverpool, where he did have to be on the pitch for 45 minutes. He showed he can play at this level. He's still developing. He's a young player. So it probably will be Kiwior in this game. And then CDM, you're going to have Declan Rice. Big performance needed. I'm sure he's going to want to go back to his stadium and put in, a man of the match performance, which he is more than capable of doing. Next to him, Jorginho. We have to stick with Jorginho in this game. Jorginho against Liverpool was sublime. The way he was defensively, and the things he offered in an attacking sense as well was so impressive. When Jorginho did get forward, the passes he was playing, he was able to cut through the whole Liverpool defense. The doors he was unlocking, I didn't even see. At the time, you don't realize the pass is there. And then Jorginho was finding these balls. He was finding Martinelli, finding Saka, even finding Odegaard, who was playing a more forward position due to the fact that he did have Jorginho and Declan Rice behind him. So Jorginho 100% has to keep his position in the team for this game. He may struggle. He is getting older and he's certainly not the player he was 5 years ago. But the game against Liverpool showed he is still capable of putting in the performances that he did put in all them years ago. Jorginho, when he's on top form, does still have things to offer this Arsenal team that maybe some of our other players don't. Look, of course, we want to have Thomas Partey available for this game. If Thomas Partey is available, sorry, Jorginho, you're going to have to sit on the bench. Probably unfair. But Thomas Partey is a better player than Jorginho. And the fact that Partey is just coming back from an injury, even if Partey is ready, Mikel Arteta may still stick with Jorginho. And, if you're looking at it, that could be the right decision. If I was being asked to pick the team, it's going to be Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and then Odegaard. But I think it's going to be Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard. And then you're going to have right wing Saka, scored another goal, added more numbers to his so impressive stats this season and last season. This guy just keeps getting better and better. Martinelli left wing, again, a player who scored 3 goals in the last 2 games. Martinelli will want to keep pushing his numbers up. He knows he scored 15 league goals last season and he's not going to want to score much less than that. And then up front, what do? Do you go in Nketiah? Not in my opinion. I would stick with Havertz. I think he offered us so much in that game that I didn't realize at the time of watching it. I went back and watched the game, and there's so many things that Havertz done off the ball that offered Arsenal a different outlet. Havertz, in terms of pressing, he isn't as good as Jesus. But when I went back to watch the game, he done a really good job in trying to get to that Jesus level of pressing. Havertz can press. I'm now a believer. Havertz can and does have the ability to press. But he offers so much as well in terms of, the way he was holding up the ball, waiting for Martinelli to overlap and then laying it off to Martinelli. Havertz done an exceptional job, and that's the position Havertz should be playing. Put him as a striker. Don't play him in central midfield because you're losing these qualities he has. When he plays as striker, he has so much to offer this Arsenal team. I would love it if we sold Nketiah, may sound harsh, but for what I'm talking about now, and stuck Havertz or kept with Havertz for our second choice striker. And Havertz definitely deserves his position in this game again. So in terms of a score prediction, I do think Arsenal are going to score a lot of goals in this game. I'm going to go with a 4-0 win to Arsenal. I do think we have the ability to go there and score 4 goals. And our defence is so impressive this season that I don't know if West Ham are going to be able to score. I don't know if they're going to be able to break down Ben White. And if they do, Saliba and Gabriel. Liverpool and Man City are the 2 best teams in the league. Both of them, failed to score against us. Man City, 1-0 we beat them. Liverpool, 3-1, but we scored an own goal. That just proves how strong our defence is. And when you've got people like Jamie Carragher coming out and saying Arsenal's got the best defence in the league, you have to listen to that opinion because Liverpool also have a good defence. So it'd be very easy for a Liverpool player to come out, and back his team and say, no, Liverpool's defensive best. So Arsenal's defence must be to such a level, that even a Liverpool fan is saying that Arsenal's defence is better than Liverpool's defence. And that's why I don't think West Ham are going to be able to score in this game. 4-0 to Arsenal. But I would love to know your opinion on this game. What do you think the score is going to be? Who do you think will score the goals? Who are the goal scorers? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. But before you go, do me a favor, just hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out massively. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.